Maybe you're curious about what it costs to get new flooring in your home. We're going to break down the cost of flooring your new home, starting with the flooring you choose and moving on to the installation process. Flooring has a lot of different details and a lot of different moving parts to it. So we're going to break them down piece by piece so you can know exactly how much it's going to cost to get new flooring into your home. In this video, we've put each individual product into different chapters, so you can skip ahead to see what you want to learn about most. After we break down each individual part of getting new flooring in your home, we'll give you a few examples so you can see just what it might look like when you get new flooring. Let's start out with getting new carpet in your home. Carpet can range from $1 to maybe even $10 a square foot. What affects this cost? First, it's the fiber type. That is the main contributor to the cost of a carpet. Are you going with a nylon or a polyester? There's going to be cost differences in those two fibers. The next is maybe face weight, or the type of backing that carpet has, or what kind of protection it might have on top of it. All of those things add up to affect the price of the carpet itself. Of course, after you pick a carpet, then you get to pick the type of carpet cushion that's gonna go underneath that carpet. And that cost can range anywhere from 50 cents to maybe even $1.29 a square foot. And again, that's on top of the carpet price. After you pick the carpet and the carpet cushion that you're going to put on your floor, then comes installation. Installation can range anywhere from 50 cents to maybe even 65 to 75 cents a square foot. All that depends on the type of material and type of carpet that you put down. Standard carpets with no pattern repeat tend to be on the lower end of the installation cost, whereas high density carpets and carpets with pattern repeats tend to be a little bit more costly on the installation. Here at Boulevard Home, we group together carpet, pad, and installation into our sticker price. And that pad includes your standard Rebond foam pad. Other places might be different, so make sure when you're shopping around for carpet that you understand exactly what that price includes. Hardwood can range anywhere from $5 to $15 a square foot. What affects the cost of wood? Mainly the type of wood, the overall thickness of the product itself, and the width of the planks. Other things like finishes and the type of construction of the hardwood can also contribute to the overall hardwood price. Installation ranges usually around $3 a square foot, maybe a little bit more. That's all affected by what you're laying it on, what type of application you're doing, whether it be nails or glue, or even if you're floating hardwood. Nowadays, for the most part, hardwood is glued down, and that glue acts as your underlayment to prevent moisture from coming up from your subfloor and infiltrating the wood. But if you decide to go with another application, like floating a hardwood, you are going to need to purchase an underlayment and put that on your subfloor first and then lay your wood. The general cost of most underlayments tends to be around 20 cents to 60 cents a square foot. And again, that is on top of your hardwood purchase price. Luxury vinyl plank or LVP costs tend to range from about $1.50 to even $8 a square foot. There's a wide range there, and that's because of all the different makeups of LVP. Products with thicker cores and thicker wear layers tend to be a little bit more expensive. Most LVPs come with an underlayment already attached, so you don't need to purchase an underlayment to go underneath your LVP. You can if you want to for most products. Make sure that if you do decide to put an underlayment underneath your LVP, that you check your manufacturer's warranties first. Some warranties will void if you put an underlayment underneath an LVP. Installation costs for LVP usually hover around that $2 range. It can be as low as $1.50 or as high as $3. And that's because it's a lot quicker and easier to install than hardwood. There's hardly ever any adhesives involved with installing LVP, and the product clicks and locks together, making for easy installation and fast installation. Laminate costs tend to range from $1 to about $4 a square foot. And remember, with laminate, you do need to purchase an underlayment to go on your subfloor first, and then you can lay your laminate on top of that underlayment. Installation costs for laminate are still around that $2 range. And again, this is because it's a little bit quicker and a little bit easier to install than hardwood. There's no adhesives involved ever with laminate. And the product clicks and locks together much like LVP, making for fast and easy installation. So what affects the cost of laminate? Your AC rating or your wear layer rating is the main contributor to your overall cost of laminate. In addition, your overall product thickness might affect that cost as well. Tile is perhaps the most complex of all different flooring options. There are many different sizes and shapes, many different types of stone, and because of this, the cost range is large. Most tiles can range anywhere from $2 to $15 a square foot. The main contributor to the overall cost of the tile is what type of material it's made out of, whether it be ceramic, porcelain, or even natural stone. Maybe the next thing that might contribute to the overall cost of your tile is how big it is, whether it be really small mosaics or really large field tiles. And then maybe the next thing that might affect the cost of your tile is the overall PEI rating, or how hard the tile is. This can determine where you can put your tile. Keep in mind, anything that's going on an outdoor application needs a PEI rating of at least 4. Smaller PEI ratings might be more suitable for walls than high traffic. Make sure you check your tile's PEI ratings before you purchase. That way you can make sure it is safe to lay down in whatever setting you choose. Much like the overall cost of tile itself, the installation of tile also has a large cost range to it. Installation for tile generally starts around $5 a square foot, but it can go up to as much as $10 to $12 a square foot to lay it on the floor. Keep in mind, showers and wall tile labor increases the overall installation cost, and that usually starts around $15 to $30 a square foot. Selecting a product can be difficult. Consider your budget, consider your lifestyle, consider what types of things are happening in your home. Understanding all of this will help you select a product that best fits you. Next, we want to go into all of the different wildcards that might affect your overall job cost. One very common thing that's factored into every job is removing and disposing of your existing flooring. For carpet, it's really easy to remove and dispose, and so our guys can do it for as low as 16 cents a square foot. However, if you're replacing carpet with a hard surface, keep in mind that that tack strip also needs to come up, which might increase the overall removal and disposal cost. Removing and disposing of hard surface costs a little bit more. If you're removing and disposing of a laminate or an LVP, the cost to do that might be anywhere from 50 cents to $1 a square foot. Tiles and hardwoods are adhered to the floor, which means it's a little bit more tricky to take up, and that can affect the cost of bringing that up as well. So keep in mind that tile and hardwood demo costs tend to be around $2.50 to $4.50 a square foot. Removing all of your furniture from the room you're planning to get new flooring in prior to installation day is a great way to save money. However, if you are unable to do this, be aware that there is a fee associated with furniture removal. Stairs are a little bit more tricky to install, and as such, there might be a fee associated with installing each individual stair. For hard surface, stair labor can usually start around $30 a stair. For carpet, it usually starts around $7, but those prices can go up depending on the complexity and size of your stairs. One last thing that will be on your flooring invoice is floor preparation. This is the cost associated with making sure your subfloor is prepared to receive new flooring. Your subfloor might have cracks or high spots and low spots. The installer needs to get in there and fix those spots so that your flooring can be laid properly and maintain warranty. An uneven subfloor might cause your flooring to come unlocked or separate, and that's not what we want. Generally speaking, you're probably only going to see floor prep charges if you're putting a new hard surface down. Most carpets can forgive subfloor imperfections. Most floor prep charges start around $100 to $150 for the job. But keep in mind, the installer is not quite sure the condition of the subfloor until that pre-existing flooring is brought up. Once that old carpet or that old laminate is removed, then we can really see the condition of the subfloor. If the installer finds that there are subfloor imperfections that require a little bit more time and materials to fix, that might not be covered in that initial $100 to $150 charge, you might be charged a little bit more to fix those subfloor imperfections. Again, this is necessary to make sure your flooring is installed properly, and that way it doesn't void the warranty of your flooring. So far, we've covered the most common things that will appear on your flooring invoice. Now, unfortunately, no two homes are alike, and your home might require more or less work than others. This can change the overall cost of your flooring invoice. So we're going to show you a few examples of a couple different flooring invoices based on 500 square feet. You'll be able to see the different labor lines that contribute to each. This way you can get a good idea of how much your flooring might cost. So here I have an example of a carpet invoice. Now, here at Boulevard Home, we make sure we break down our invoices line by line so that you can see exactly what you're paying for. This way you're not in the dark and there are no surprises come installation day. Here in this example, the customer chose a stock product from here at Boulevard Home. They also chose a standard pad. Now this customer has elected to remove all the furniture themselves, leaving the installer just to remove and dispose the old carpet and pad and install the new carpet and pad. So you can see there's not very many labor lines here. And the overall cost of the job is going to be less because there's not as many labor lines, and they chose a stock product, which means their cost is usually a bit less as well. Here in this carpet invoice, they chose a more higher end carpet, probably one that's made out of nylon or has a special protection on it. In addition, they chose the highest grade pad as well. They also want the installer to do most of the labor, meaning they want the installer to not only remove and dispose of the old carpet and pad, but they want the installer to remove and replace the furniture as well. In addition, they are going to be required to put some new tack down. And again, all of this is broken down here on this invoice. But the overall cost of the invoice is nearly $2,000 more than the other. And the reason for this is, again, they chose maybe a little bit more expensive of a product and they're having the installer do a little bit more work. Now for most carpet jobs, there's not as many details that go in and out of the job. Usually the carpet installers get there and they remove and dispose of the old floor, maybe move some furniture, install the new floor, and then they're out of there. There's usually not any trim work that needs to be done or baseboard work, and very rarely is there any subfloor work that needs to be done as well. So carpet jobs are usually the least labor-intensive jobs. Here I have an example of an LVP invoice. Now right off the bat you might notice there's a little bit more labor lines than in a carpet invoice. This is because hard surface tends to require a little bit more details and the installer needs to spend a little bit more time at the job to make sure it's done properly. In this particular example, the customer chose a product that Boulevard Home has in stock, which keeps their costs relatively low. They need a few trim pieces to make sure their job is done properly, and then come the labor charges. As we mentioned earlier, the labor for LVP jobs usually hovers around $2 a square foot. In addition, the baseboards in the customer's home need to be removed in order to put the floor down. So we went ahead and charged them for that here as well. Now keep in mind, when we remove the baseboards, most of the time we are going to reinstall the baseboards, those same baseboards. Some installers might not do this. In fact, some might avoid it. If you're concerned about your baseboards, speak with your flooring specialist to get all of the details. Next, on this particular invoice, we needed to install those trim pieces. In this one, we had a couple thresholds that we needed to install in some doorways. And so you can see that there are 2 thresholds. Then you see the floor prep charge that we mentioned earlier. This is very, very common on most hard surface jobs. The last line on the invoice is the installation of the quarter round. Now you'll notice a few lines up, you'll see quarter round, and it has a quantity of 4. That is how many sticks of quarter round we needed to complete the job. However, when you install the quarter round, the installation cost is based by the lineal foot. And so 4 sticks of quarter round equals about 25 lineal feet of actual material. In this next example, we based it around 500 square feet. Now keep in mind, for most hard surface jobs, we need approximately about 10% waste, which is why you'll see here the quantity is a little bit higher than 500 exactly. The customer chose a special order product, and as a result, the cost is a little bit more expensive. They also needed a couple trim pieces called thresholds and a few quarter rounds. The installation cost is still going to be $2. Nothing changed there. This customer also wanted the installer to remove and dispose all of his carpet and pad, and keep in mind, because he's replacing carpet with hard surface, that tack strip also needs to be removed. So in the carpet invoices, we saw that the overall removal cost was about 16 cents. This is because we didn't have to remove that tack. But here, where we can't keep that tack down, we have to remove it, it costs a little bit more. We're also going to go ahead and remove and replace this customer's baseboards. We're going to remove and replace their furniture in the rooms they have, and remove and replace their appliances in their kitchen. In this particular example, we are going to remove their stove and their fridge. So that's why you see a quantity of 2 in remove and replace appliances. Other appliances that might need to be moved is a washer and dryer if you're doing a laundry room. Again, we're going to have to install those thresholds, so there is going to be a charge for that. There is that basic floor prep charge that is on most hard surface jobs, and then we have to install the cord around. So you can see that this one is a little bit more labor intensive, and in addition they chose a more expensive product, which gives us a more expensive bottom line price. We hope this information has been helpful. Keep in mind that no two flooring projects are alike, and so the examples we showed you might be very similar or very different from your actual flooring invoice. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also be sure to check out all of our other flooring videos we have.